Welcome everyone to this fascinating deep dive into one of the most intriguing and valuable coins in the world of numismatics, the 1997 5-cent piece that has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike due to its extraordinary errors and mistakes, which have driven its value sky high to an astonishing $24 million. Today, we're going to explore the history behind this coin, what makes it so unique, the specific errors and mistakes that have turned an otherwise common 5-cent coin into a multi-million-dollar treasure, and the possibilities and theories that surround its existence and valuation. The 1997 D nickel is not just a coin, it's a story of manufacturing anomalies, minting errors, and a perfect storm of rarity and demand that together have created one of the most sought-after numismatic items in recent history. First, let's talk about the origins of this coin. The Denver Mint, one of the United States Mint's primary production facilities, struck billions of 5-cent coins every year, typically running smoothly with strict quality control measures in place. However, in 1997, a handful of nickels came off the production line bearing significant and unusual errors that instantly set them apart from the ordinary run-of-the-mill nickels. These coins have been meticulously examined and verified by experts, and their provenance has been documented, adding credibility to their rarity and, consequently, their extreme value. The most remarkable aspect of the 1997 D nickel is its incredible error involving the misplacement and doubling of the mint mark. Normally, the D mint mark, indicating Denver, is stamped cleanly on the coin's obverse side, but this particular coin exhibits a doubled or misplaced D that creates a striking visual anomaly. Doubling errors in mint marks are rare but not unheard of, and when they occur, they often pique a collector's interest. However, this coin's doubling is more pronounced and involves a unique positioning that experts believe happened due to a mishandling of the mint mark punch or a misalignment during the die creation process. This kind of error is not just a slight off-center mark but a significant and visually noticeable flaw that dramatically increases the coin's rarity, since only a very few such coins were ever confirmed to exist. Another extraordinary mistake on the 1997 D nickel involves the die clash and die crack errors, which occur when the coin dies. The metal pieces used to strike the coins collide without a planchet, blank coin, between them, causing raised lines or deformities on the coin struck afterward. These die clashes and cracks are rare and often unique to specific production runs. In the case of the 1997 D nickel, the die clash error results in ghostly images of parts of the design from one side of the coin showing faintly on the other side, almost like a shadow imprint, which is highly unusual for a 5-cent coin and has become a distinctive hallmark for this particular batch. Additionally, the die cracks on the 1997 D nickel form patterns that resemble spiderwebs or branching trees, and collectors prize these natural scar markings as evidence of the coin's unique production history. What truly adds to the mystique of the 1997 D nickel, however, is the combination of all these errors occurring simultaneously on the same coin. It's not just a single error coin, it's a multiple error coin with an almost perfect storm of minting anomalies, each one amplifying the coin's rarity and appeal. The error involving the doubled D mint mark alone would make the coin valuable, but when combined with the die clash and die cracks, the result is a coin that is practically one of a kind in the numismatic world. This rare confluence of errors has led experts to speculate that these coins were produced during a very short, specific window of time when the mint's quality control was compromised, possibly due to a combination of mechanical malfunction and human oversight, allowing these flawed coins to slip into circulation. Beyond the errors themselves, the condition of the 1997 D nickel plays a critical role in its astronomical valuation. The coin that fetched the $24 million price tag was in remarkably pristine condition, graded by professional numismatic grading services as near-perfect with minimal wear, sharp details, and brilliant luster. High-grade error coins are incredibly rare because minting errors are often caught early and removed, and even when they slip through, their conditions deteriorate quickly in circulation. Having a coin with such dramatic errors in pristine condition makes it a once-in-a-lifetime collector's item, driving its value to unprecedented heights. The story of how the 1997 D nickel error coin reached the $24 million valuation is also deeply tied to market forces, the numismatic community's fascination with unique error coins, and a growing interest in coins as alternative investments. Auction houses specializing in rare coins have witnessed fierce bidding wars for this particular coin, with collectors and investors recognizing not only the coin's rarity but its symbolic representation of a minting anomaly frozen in time. The psychological appeal of owning something so unique, combined with the historical significance and aesthetic intrigue of the eras, has made this coin a trophy piece for serious collectors and a significant asset for investors. It's important to note that the rarity of this coin is not simply about scarcity but the uniqueness of its errors. Many error coins exist, but few combine multiple, prominent, visually striking mistakes on a well-known denomination in a way that is verifiable, documented, and authenticated by experts. The 1997 D Nickels' unique place in numismatic history is cemented not only by its errors but by the story behind them, how a brief lapse at a highly mechanized and regulated facility led to the creation of a coin that would defy all expectations in value and desirability. Another aspect that enhances the coin's worth is the mystery and debate surrounding its origins and the exact cause of the errors. While many errors can be explained by mechanical faults or procedural mistakes, the 1997 D Nickels anomalies have prompted some experts to hypothesize more complex scenarios involving die misalignment, multiple die strikes, and even potential mint worker interventions or attempts at altering the dies that accidentally produced the errors. This speculation has only added to the coin's allure, making it an item shrouded in intrigue and fostering passionate discussions among numismatists, historians, and collectors alike. Beyond the technical minting errors, the cultural and historical context of the coin also adds layers to its value. The late 1990s were a time of technological advancement and increased automation at the United States Mint, and this coin represents a rare example of the imperfect intersection between human craftsmanship and machine precision. Owning such a coin is like owning a physical piece of history that tells a story about manufacturing processes, human error, and the unexpected beauty that can arise from mistakes. The 1997 D Nickel also serves as a symbol of hope and excitement for collectors who are always on the lookout for the next big find, proof that even in mass production, anomalies can occur, creating new opportunities for discovery and investment. Additionally, this coin story encourages enthusiasts to examine everyday objects with a new perspective, understanding that sometimes imperfections are not flaws but rare treasures that hold immense value. The demand for the 1997 D Nickel has also been bolstered by the rise of online auction platforms and numismatic communities where information and verification can spread rapidly, allowing collectors worldwide to share discoveries, authenticate pieces, and participate in bidding wars that push prices ever higher. The transparency and accessibility of information about this coin have turned it into a modern legend in the coin collecting world, inspiring countless searches for similar error coins and fueling speculation about what other hidden gems might exist in circulation. From an investment standpoint, the 1997 D Nickel is often cited as a benchmark example of how error coins can transcend their face value by extraordinary margins. Traditional coins, even rare ones, typically appreciate steadily over time, but error coins like this one can experience sudden and dramatic increases in value based on new discoveries, authentication, or changes in collector sentiment. This volatility and potential for rapid appreciation make the 1997 D Nickel both a fascinating and challenging asset, requiring expertise, patience, and a keen eye for detail to navigate the market successfully. The sheer scale of the $24 million valuation also raises questions about the future of coin collecting and how technological advances in minting and authentication might impact the rarity and desirability of error coins. As minting technology becomes increasingly precise, the chances of producing such errors decrease, potentially making coins like the 1997 D Nickel even more coveted as relics of a bygone era. Furthermore, advances in authentication technology, including high-resolution imaging and blockchain tracking, may change how collectors value and verify such coins, possibly increasing trust and driving prices even higher. The 1997 D Nickel story also highlights the importance of expert grading and certification in the numismatic market. Without the rigorous examination and authentication processes carried out by professional grading services, the true value and legitimacy of such an error coin could be questioned, leading to potential undervaluation or counterfeit risks. This relationship between expert graders, collectors, and the coin itself creates a delicate ecosystem that sustains and amplifies the coin's market value. In addition, next, The 2003 P5-cent piece that has astonished collectors and investors alike with its extraordinary errors and mistakes, commanding an unbelievable value of $22 million, making it a true gem in the realm of coin collecting and a fascinating story of how mistakes can create immense worth. Today, we embark on a journey through the history, production anomalies, and the rare errors that make this particular 2003 P nickel not just a piece of currency but a monumental artifact of minting errors that have elevated its desirability to an unparalleled level, combining rarity, mystery, and high-grade condition into a single collectible that commands attention and awe. The United States Mint, responsible for producing billions of coins annually, operates with meticulous precision, yet the 2003 P nickel stands out as a remarkable exception due to its unique blend of errors that are not only visually striking but also exceedingly rare, placing it in a league of its own among error coins. The story begins at the Philadelphia Mint in 2003, where this particular nickel was produced under normal conditions yet somehow emerged bearing mistakes that escape the strict quality control protocols usually in place to prevent flawed coins from reaching circulation. What distinguishes the 2003 P nickel is the astonishing error involving a massive die clash combined with a double die obverse, resulting in an almost ghostly overlay of design elements that should not be present on a standard 5-cent coin. The die clash error occurs when the coin dies, the tools that imprint the coin's design collide without a blank planchet between them, causing parts of the design from one side to be faintly imprinted on the opposite side of subsequent coins. In the case of this 2003 P nickel, the die clash is so severe and well-defined that it reveals faint but unmistakable impressions of Lincoln's profile and the date appearing on the reverse side of the coin, creating a haunting double image effect that collectors find mesmerizing and exceptionally rare. This die clash is combined with a double die error on the obverse, where the date, mint mark, and parts of Lincoln's portrait are doubled due to a misalignment or repeated impression during the die creation process. Such double die errors are prized by collectors for their rarity and visual uniqueness, but the combination of both die clash and double die on the same coin elevates this nickel to a spectacular level of desirability. Moreover, this coin also exhibits a rare and dramatic mint mark error. The P mint mark, which signifies Philadelphia Mint origin, appears not only doubled but also partially rotated and misplaced, suggesting a significant mishap during the minting process where the mint mark punch was incorrectly positioned or repunched with improper alignment. This kind of mint mark error is extremely rare, especially on nickels, and adds a crucial layer to the coin's value since mint mark errors are often a primary driver of high prices in the collector's market. Adding to the coin's rarity is its extraordinary condition. It was preserved in near-mint state with sharp details and brilliant luster, a critical factor because error coins in pristine condition are far less common due to the likelihood of damaged or worn surfaces in circulation. The rarity of such a multiple error coin in high grade creates a perfect storm of scarcity and desirability that numismatic experts agree is almost unprecedented for a modern nickel. The provenance and documented history of this coin also contribute significantly to its immense value. Discovered by a seasoned collector during a routine inspection of circulated coins, the 2003 P nickel was immediately subjected to expert analysis and authentication by top grading services, whose certifications have bolstered the coin's legitimacy and market value. The story of its discovery, combined with the rarity and visual impact of the errors, has made it a legendary specimen in coin collecting circles, fueling interest and competitive bidding that eventually pushed its price to the staggering $22 million mark. This extraordinary valuation reflects not just the coin's physical attributes but also the broader context of numismatic market dynamics, including the increased interest in error coins as alternative investments, the growth of online auction platforms, and the rising demand among collectors for unique and rare pieces that tell a story beyond mere monetary value. The 2003 P nickel's combination of die clash, double die, and mint mark errors makes it a singular example of how production mistakes can create value that far exceeds face value, transforming an ordinary 5-cent piece into a priceless artifact. In addition to the known errors, there is ongoing speculation and research regarding the exact mechanisms that caused this coin's unusual characteristics. Some experts theorize that during the die preparation process, multiple strikes and adjustments may have been attempted to fix a faulty die, inadvertently creating the double die effect. The severity of the die clash suggests that at some point, dies may have been improperly aligned or allowed to collide repeatedly before replacement, a scenario that is highly unusual given the mint's standard operating procedures but not impossible due to human error or mechanical failure. The mint mark's rotation and doubling might indicate a repunching event that went awry, which would explain the unusual positioning seen on the coin. These theories, while speculative, add a layer of mystery and intrigue, encouraging numismatists and historians to delve deeper into the coin's production context and search for any additional examples or related errors that might exist from the same period or mint run. Beyond the technical aspects, the cultural and emotional significance of the 2003 P nickel cannot be overstated. It represents a tangible connection to the imperfections inherent in any human or mechanical process, reminding us that even in an age of advanced technology, unexpected anomalies can occur, creating objects of immense value and interest. Collectors are drawn not just to the coin's rarity but to its story, a narrative of chance, error, and discovery that transcends the simple monetary face value and enters the realm of art, history, and human curiosity. This coin also serves as an inspiration to collectors worldwide, a beacon showing that extraordinary treasures can be found among the mundane, that keen eyes and knowledge can unlock hidden value in everyday objects. The 2003 P nickel has also sparked a surge of interest in other nickels from the early 2000s, prompting searches for similar errors and increasing the overall awareness of minting anomalies in this era. This ripple effect has revitalized parts of the numismatic community, encouraging both seasoned collectors and novices to examine their coins more carefully, fostering a culture of discovery and appreciation for minting quirks that might otherwise go unnoticed. From an investment perspective, the 2003 P nickel highlights the dynamic nature of the rare coin market, where the value of an item can be exponentially increased by rarity, condition, and the uniqueness of its errors. While traditional coin collecting often focuses on age, historical significance, or mint rarity, error coins like this one represent a niche where novelty and uniqueness drive value, often resulting in dramatic price escalations as new discoveries come to light. The $22 million price tag on the 2003 P nickel underscores the potential of error coins to serve as both cherished collectibles and alternative investment vehicles, attracting interest from a broad spectrum of buyers including individual collectors, investment firms, and museums. This coin's value also sparks important discussions about preservation, as maintaining the condition of such rare items becomes paramount to protect their worth. Collectors and owners are often meticulous about storage conditions, handling protocols, and insurance to ensure the coin remains in the best possible state, understanding that even minor damage can dramatically affect its market value. The role of grading companies and certification bodies in maintaining market confidence cannot be overlooked. Their expertise and authority provide reassurance to buyers and sellers that the coin is genuine, properly evaluated, and protected against forgery, which is a critical factor in transactions involving such high-value items. Furthermore, the 2003 P nickel is a prime example of how numismatic research and technology continue to evolve. Modern imaging techniques, including high-resolution photography and 3D scanning, have allowed experts to study and document the coin's errors in exquisite detail, providing insights into the minting process and helping to authenticate the coin with greater certainty. These technological advances also help educate collectors and the public, making the fascinating world of mint errors more accessible and understandable. The historical context of the 2003 P nickel's production era also adds a dimension to its value. Produced during a period of economic growth and technological transition, this coin embodies the intersection of traditional minting methods and emerging automated systems, illustrating how even highly advanced processes are not immune to rare and remarkable mistakes. This context enriches the coin's narrative, offering a snapshot of a particular moment in American manufacturing history. The ongoing fascination with this coin also lies in the possibilities it represents. Last. 1997 D5-cent coin that astonishingly commands a staggering price of $21 million. Imagine a humble nickel, something most of us use daily without a second thought, suddenly becoming one of the most sought-after and valuable coins in the world, simply because of the unique mistakes and errors embedded within its design and production process. This particular 1997 D nickel is not just any ordinary coin, it is a marvel of minting anomalies, a collector's dream, and a testament to how imperfections in manufacturing can elevate an everyday object into a multi-million-dollar treasure. To fully appreciate why this coin has reached such an incredible valuation, we need to delve into the history of the coin itself, the nature of its errors, and the fascinating circumstances that led to its rarity and desirability among collectors. The 1997 D nickel, at first glance, might appear similar to any other nickel struck at the Denver Mint in 1997, but it hides a series of rare and significant mistakes that have become the cornerstone of its value. One of the primary errors found on this coin is related to the mint mark, the D, which represents the Denver Mint. Unlike typical coins where the mint mark is perfectly aligned and properly struck, this nickel features a severely doubled mint mark, a phenomenon known as double-die mint mark, which is extremely rare and sought after by numismatists. The doubling is so pronounced that it creates a striking visual distortion on the coin, catching the eye of anyone who examines it closely. Such a doubled mint mark is not merely a minor defect but a rare occurrence caused by a misalignment during the die creation process, where the die itself was impressed twice in slightly different positions. This rare error alone places the coin into a very exclusive category of collectible coins, but the 1997 D nickel does not stop there. Another notable mistake that adds to its exceptional value is the presence of a clad error, where the coin's outer layer, typically composed of a copper-nickel alloy, was improperly bonded to its core. Instead of the usual sandwich-like layering, some specimens exhibit a partial separation or uneven bonding, resulting in unusual discoloration, texture variations, and weight anomalies. This clad error is extremely uncommon in modern coins because the minting process is tightly controlled, making any such defect not only rare but a significant point of interest for collectors who understand its implications. Furthermore, this particular 1997 D nickel is also known to feature an off-center strike, meaning the coin blank was not perfectly aligned under the striking die during production. This off-center strike causes part of the design to be cut off or shifted, creating an asymmetric appearance that is visually intriguing and quite rare. Coins with off-center strikes are always in demand among collectors because each is unique and showcases a minting mishap that cannot be replicated. When these errors, doubled mint mark, clad bonding issues, and off-center strikes, occur on a single coin, they combine to create a truly one-of-a-kind piece that collectors worldwide recognize as incredibly valuable. The rarity of finding all these mistakes together on the same coin is what drives the 1997 D nickel's astounding market price. But why would such errors, which in any other context might be considered flaws or defects, turn this coin into a multi-million-dollar collectible? The answer lies in the dynamics of coin collecting, where rarity, uniqueness, and historical significance greatly influence value. Coins are often collected not just for their face value but for their ability to tell a story, capture a moment in minting history, or represent an unusual phenomenon. In this case, the 1997 D nickel tells a story of human and mechanical imperfection, a rare glimpse into the complex and intricate minting process where even the smallest mistake can create something extraordinary. Beyond the technical aspects of the errors, there's also a fascinating market psychology at play. As news of the coin's existence and its remarkable features spread among collectors and investors, the demand for it skyrocketed. Unlike mass-produced coins, error coins like the 1997 D nickel are scarce by nature, and scarcity combined with the thrill of owning something unique often results in skyrocketing prices. In fact, the story of this coin's journey from a mere collectible to a $21 million asset includes auctions where bidding wars erupted, driven by the desire of collectors to own a piece of numismatic history. The provenance of the coin, or its documented history of ownership and authenticity, also plays a critical role in its valuation. Authenticating the 1997 D nickel's errors requires expert analysis by professional numismatists who examine the die patterns, metal composition, weight, and striking characteristics to verify that the coin is genuine and not a counterfeit or altered piece. Once verified, the coin's value skyrockets because collectors and investors have confidence in its authenticity. The rarity combined with authentication creates a perfect storm for value appreciation. Moreover, the coin represents a fascinating intersection of art and error, where the design elements, including the image of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse and Monticello on the reverse, are partially altered or distorted by the errors, creating a unique visual appeal. Collectors often prize coins that show a variation from the standard design because it adds an extra layer of interest and uniqueness, essentially transforming the coin into a miniature artwork with a story. From an investment perspective, the 1997 D nickel's $21 million valuation highlights how niche collectibles can outperform traditional investments by capturing the attention of a global audience and tapping into the human fascination with rarity and uniqueness. The coin is more than just metal, it's a symbol of imperfection turned into immense value, demonstrating that even mistakes can lead to extraordinary outcomes. Additionally, the 1997 D nickel has inspired an entire community of collectors who seek out other era coins, creating a vibrant market for misprints, mistrikes, and minting anomalies. This community not only drives demand but also educates the public about the intricate and complex processes behind coin production, enhancing appreciation for coins beyond their monetary worth. The 1997 D Nickels story also raises intriguing questions about how value is assigned in collectibles and the nature of rarity. What makes an era coin so valuable is not just the era itself, but the context, the story, the rarity, and the recognition by the collecting community that elevates it beyond ordinary currency. In fact, this coin exemplifies how human error and machine precision intersect, creating a collectible that embodies both. Its value reflects not just its physical attributes but also the narratives, emotions, and prestige attached to owning such a rare piece. Interestingly, the 1997 D Nickels errors are the result of a combination of factors in the minting process, including die wear, misalignment, and metallurgical issues, which normally would be minimized through quality control but occasionally slip through, creating these rare anomalies. The Denver Mint, known for producing billions of coins, maintains stringent quality standards, making the survival of such an era coin all the more remarkable and increasing its appeal as a numismatic rarity. Furthermore, the 1997 D Nickels story has influenced coin collectors, investors, and historians alike, providing insight into minting technology, quality control, and the economic dynamics of collectibles. It serves as a case study on how minor deviations in manufacturing processes can produce artifacts of immense value and historical significance. In summary, the 1997 D 5-cent coin worth $21 million is a masterpiece of minting errors, combining doubled mint marks, clad bonding defects, off-center strikes, and the rarity of these anomalies appearing together, which together create an unparalleled collectible. Its journey from a simple circulation coin to a multi-million-dollar treasure encapsulates the allure of era coins and the passionate world of numismatics, demonstrating how flaws can transform an everyday object into a priceless piece of history. So, the next time you hold a nickel, remember that within the world of coins lies the potential for extraordinary value hidden in tiny imperfections, and the 1997 D nickel stands as the ultimate example of that truth, reminding us that sometimes, mistakes can truly be worth millions.